name is Stella. I was born and raised Catholic, but in high school I went to an Anglican church and started to learn more about salvation and what this looked like. And when I was in my last year of high school, I gave my life to Christ. But well, in Kenya you graduate and then you get into the job market, and you, as a young person, you're encountered with the lack of jobs. But what God did is that I decided never to stay at home idle, so whatever chance I got to volunteer and help someone or help an organization, that's what I did. So I started my journey in volunteering for a theological school, and then I worked for a refugee organization. And in the meantime, God was trying to help me redefine what success would be. Well, I thought about success is just finishing college, graduating, getting a big job, getting a big car, a big house, getting married, experiencing the good in life, which it's part and parcel of what God gives us. But sometimes God is on a quest to allow us to discover His purposes for our lives. And it's in this church, Life Spring Chapel, where I met pastors, and as I interacted with them, one of them offered me an opportunity to work in the missions department as a volunteer. And in that space, that's where I met the first missionaries that were sent to start CCP in 2004. And at the time, they were doing a tour of all slums to try and figure out where God was calling them to ministry. So I'm so grateful for this opportunity to work in CCP. And our vision is that we aspire that any children living in impoverished communities achieve their full potential. And we are in those impoverished communities, which is the slums for us. And our goal is to enable and equip these kids holistically so that they can have an encounter with God, they can have an opportunity to go to school, they can be able to have a relationship with Jesus. And as they do that, they are also allowing, or rather bringing other children to Jesus. So that has been my journey in CCP, and I love what I do. We joke with some of my kids when I tell them, if you slice my blood, it has part of CCP. And the joy is because I am so privileged to have seen it as an idea then, to it starting and to becoming what it has been. We started with 10 children, and right now we have 423. We have over 15 children who have graduated out of CCP. And it's a big deal because we recruit our children or bring them into the sponsorship program when they're 0 to 7 years. So it takes about 13 to 15 years to watch a child from grow up into a teenager, into a young adult, transition to college, study and finish, and then transition into the employment world. It was to describe my life mission would be to be able to use my life to be of an impact to any person that I come across with, whether it's here in ministry as I lead to my colleagues. I really desire that they know Jesus and they live out their lives. And I pray that I can be able to continue to set a good example, whether it's my colleagues, the staff, whether it's the children. I really desire that they can really know Christ and live out their purposes in their lives.